Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And yeah, as Simon's probably mentioned, we were at the Royal Society last night in central London, watching Brady Harron of Numberphile get awarded the Zeeman Medal for communication in mathematics. And no better recipient could be devised for an award that respects the communication of maths to the public. Brady is the perfect example of that. Brady, of course, being an expert in communication, gave a brilliant talk about treasure troves, particularly at the Royal Society in the archive there. There are a number of objects on display, including the charter book in which every member of the Royal Society and every monarch under which the Royal Society has existed has signed the book, and just a little signature of Isaac Newton in it, for instance. Stephen Hawking, every mathematician you can name who's been in Britain, just unbelievable. It was really interesting. Every mathematician and scientist, frankly, it was mind blowing, and there was some great and good people there. Simon kept wondering what the average IQ in the room was, and during the drinks afterwards, we were having a chat with a chap who was telling us that in the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford there's a guitar by Stradivarius, who apparently wasn't an expert on guitars. He was good at violins, but his guitars were decidedly ordinary, but they have one there. And then we were talking with somebody else later who told us that Alex James, the bassist from Blur, was at the event, and then we realised, oh yeah, that's who was talking to us about the guitar. Sorry, Alex, should have recognised you, failed to. It was just a brilliant event. It was great fun, and thank you so much to Brady for inviting us. We're very honoured, and to be sitting a couple of seats behind somebody who was able to produce a Fields Medal. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. James Maynard, he was there too. So it was an amazing thing, and we had a blast. But I'm going to come back down to earth today, have a go at a puzzle by a newcomer to the channel, Fezzy, who's been inspired by the channel to create a puzzle, and here we have it. It's called Odd Minesweeper. I'll go through the rules in a minute. Don't forget that on Patreon still you can attempt the Blobs Oil and Water Sudoku hunt for the month. That is out there, and it is very good. Join us on Patreon for crosswords and connections and all sorts of other things. There's a treasure trove there, as there is in all our apps, and as well as Domino Sudoku, they do feature Fog of War Sudoku, our latest one. That is out. It is very popular, very good value. Again, highly recommended. You can also find links under the video to SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD and to our merchandise. You could get the 2025 t-shirt that reveals the secret squared. It is this is the year of the secret squared, and Amber Pitcher's brilliant t-shirt explains that. Oh, have I messed up? I have somewhat messed up. I don't know how I did that. Was it like that? Is that slightly better proportioned grid? The grid is filling the screen a bit today. I don't know why that is. Anyway, it's time to go through the rules of Fezzy's puzzle, which I will try and explain as clearly as possible, because it's important that we get these right. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. The grid is partially covered, almost completely covered, in fog. The fog will clear from surrounding cells when a digit is placed correctly. A white dot joins consecutive digits. A black dot joins digits with a 1 to 2 ratio, so one is double the other. Now, a digit in a large circle represents the count of odd digits a king's move away from the circle within that 3x3 box. So we're confined to the 3x3 box, which is obviously this area, but a king's move away from this circle are those 3 digits. So this is counting the number of odd digits in those 3 digits. We may find other circles, white dots and black dots under the fog. I'm prepared to bet we will, because I don't see how we could disambiguate the grid if that was all there was. I am actually intrigued that we can start with just one cell cleared in this puzzle. It's a lovely idea. Do give it a try. Fezzy, as I say, is new, so be kind in the comments. Be kind to me about my solve, which I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Well, there's only one place to start. That's pretty bloomin' obvious. Right, it's a black dot digit. There are only... No, let's start with the fact that it's only looking at a maximum of 3 cells. So this is 1, 2, or 3, counting the odd digits in these cells. Now we cannot put a 1 here. A fact burned in my brain by a Sam Cappleman-Lynes gas puzzle I did years ago, where I didn't know that I could rule out 1 from coming between 2 dots of any colour whose neighbours could see each other. But the only digit that can accompany 1 on a dot is 2, and you can't put 2s in both those cells, so this isn't 1. Now, if this was 3, these would all be odd. And that wouldn't work for the black dot, because this, if that was 3, the black dot would have to be a 6. So this must be 2, and there we go. That clears fog, and we're right. Now on the white dot we have a 1 or a 3. On the black dot we have 1 or 4. Let's parity colour. That can be orange and this can be blue. Now we need 2 orange digits in this region. I don't think we're done there. I think we're going to have to move over to box 2, where we're looking at totally separate cells. And again, this one, well, it's only looking at a maximum of 3 cells. So that is now 1 or 3. That is an odd digit. On a white dot, you're always transitioning from odd to even and vice versa, because you're obviously looking at consecutive digits, and basically it's what it means. One of them is odd and the next one is even. So that's going to be odd as well. Now, the count is not going to be able to be 3 odds in that area. So this is a 1, and that's a 3. And that doesn't prove this digit. It does prove this is a 2 on the white dot, and this becomes a 3, and this becomes a 6 on the black dot. And I suspect we've done everything we can do in box 2 for now, because there's nothing to disambiguate the other digits there. Right, what can we do with these? Not much. Oh no, wait. No, I don't know. We've got a 2 there saying that one of these is orange and one is blue, because we've already had 1 in the orange. One of these is orange, one is blue. One is odd, one is even. Then we're going to change parity from there to there and back again to there. Now, I think I'm going to have to look at this. Now, that is studying these 3 cells. Okay, so it can only be 1, 2, or 3, and 2 and 3 have gone in the box. So that's a 1. This is a 4. Right, let's colour, because I think colouring is still going to be important. Now, that 1 says one of these is orange and one is blue. Oh, look, we've got a sequence of white dots going on here. So this is a run of 4 digits. It's either 5, 6, 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, whichever version that is, this is either 5, 8 or 6, 9, and that one clue will be fulfilled. This digit will be whatever is missing from these 4 and the 1, 2, 3, 4 that we've already had. So if that's 5, 6, 7, 8, this will be a 9. If that's 6, 7, 8, 9, this will be a 5, and it's definitely odd. And I don't know. I don't think I can determine what is going on. I do know that 7 is not in one of these end cells on the sequence. It must be in one of these 2. Because they're either 5, 6, 7, 8, where 7's in one of those 2. I don't know which way round it goes, and I don't know which sequence it is. But let's have a look at this then. This is looking at a group of 5 cells. So it's somewhere between 1 and 5. It's not 3 by Sudoku. It's not 5 because it's sitting on a black dot. 5 can never be on a black dot because its neighbour would have to be 2.5 or 10. So that is 1, 2, or 4. I don't know what to do next. If that was a 1, this is 2. If that's a 2, this is 1 or 4. Oh, if that was a 4, 4 of these would be odd. The 4 itself would be even. Now that's fine. If that was a 1, only one of these would be odd, and the other 4 would all be even. I don't know, that seems possible. If that was a 2, 2 of these are odd then. So in either the case that this is a 1 or a 2, there are 2 odds amongst these cells and therefore 3 here. Every box, of course, has 5 odds and 5 evens. I don't know what I'm meant to be able to do. There aren't any other rules. Wow, okay, I'm not understanding this puzzle now. How do we make progress here? It was all going fairly straightforwardly until this point. Now I'm completely stuck. Okay, I'm going to have to think about this one again. The black dot, that digit is 1, 2, 4, or 8. If this was 4, that would be 8 or 2. They would both be even. All of these would be odd. Oh, if that was 8, that would push an 8 into one of these cells. We would then have an 8, 7, 6, 5 set here. I don't think that does anything to the puzzle. I don't understand. I don't understand, Fezzy. How am I meant to do anything? Oh, is there Sudoku? There couldn't be. There's a 3-2 pair there and a 3-2 pair there. So 3 and 2 are over here somewhere. I don't see how this can help solve the puzzle. It's got to be all down here. It's got to be all about this circle. Wow, I'm really missing something big time here. The man who was dumb. Now there's no rules about negative constraints. No, I've just got to figure it out from this cell. This is very strange. I'm almost convinced there isn't enough information. So, got to think a bit harder now. If this is 2, then 2 of these are odd, and then all 3 of these are odd, and that's a count of 5 odd in the box, and that's okay. It feels okay. I don't see why it's not okay. Oh dear, I'm really missing something in this. I can't believe there's Sudoku to do particularly here. Wow, what's going on? Somebody shout it out loudly enough that I can hear. I'm really missing the point of this. If this was a 1, that's odd. One of these is odd. That's what the rule means. And then these are all odd. If this is a 2, 2 of these are odd, and these are all odd. If it's a 4, though, Then 4 of these are odd. In fact, it's specifically those 4. Now, is there a problem with that? I can't imagine what that problem would be. I'm absolutely stuck here. Rereading the rules. Looking at the box. Oh, look, that too. I haven't fulfilled it, have I? Oh, it's these. I'm so sorry. You've been shouting that for 5 minutes and I just haven't been listening. Right, that too needed 2 oranges around it. It wasn't finished. So that's orange. So then we know the alternating parity colours there. This too had its 2 oranges around it. So those are blue. Now this is going to make a difference. I don't know how, but somehow. That's a 4-8 pair. This must be 6 because it sees 2, 4 and the 4-8 pair. And that's 8. So this is where 7 goes. That's 9, that's 5. Box 1's finished. This is much more straightforward. 8 is looking at that now. That's really interesting. Almost nothing has changed here, but something has. And the thing that has changed, apart from a few digits being placed up here, is this white dot. So now I can rule out 1 from here again, because it can't sit between 2 dots. They would both be 2. This is now even. The white dot below it is now odd. And what does that mean? Okay, for this to be odd, it has to be a 1. That would be 2, that would be 3. 3 would be the only odd digit surrounding the 1. So we'd have 5, 7, 9 here, 4 there, and a 6, 8 pair. That's if this was 1. One of these two must be 2. Oh, this digit is now 1 or 3 because it's odd, it touches 2 or 4, and it can't be 5. It cannot, it can be 1. 1, 2, 4. Actually, that's fairly likely. Oh, I've got the wrong, I don't know why. There we go. I had the wrong markings here. I can't do anything in box 3. There's no clues. So I'm still back to this box and still a little bit confused, if I'm honest, about how I'm meant to disambiguate anything. Okay, if that was a 4, then we'd have 2 there and all 4 odds here. I don't know. I'm getting stuck all over again. Oh, but this is also, oh, this is a circle. Why have I just not even been able to see that? It's been a circle the whole time. It can't be 4. It's only looking at 3 cells. Wow, what's wrong with me today? I don't know. Right, we've got black here, so that can't be 1. That must be 3. That's 6. It's straightforward. When you actually realize the effect of the circles, it's easy, virtually. Honestly. Why am I finding this so difficult? Right, these digits are 1, 4, 9. In the corners of these boxes, you can't have a 4 or anything bigger because they're only looking at 3 cells. So now we've got another circle. That's a 4. I mean in the circles. Right, this is 2 or 8. Now, let's colour like a fiend, because this colouring is the most important thing going on here, or the odds and evens are. So, that needed 2 odds. One of these is odd and one is even. This 1 is talking about 1 odd in one of these 2 cells. Well, it's not there. That's even. So this is odd. Now on the white dot, that's even. And it's not 4 or 2. It's 6 or 8. This is 5 or 7. This 4 needs a further 4th odd digit. Now, these 3 are 1 odd and 2 evens. What's in this cell? Is it... Now it can't be 1, I think, because that's even. Right. I think that works. When I was finally doing all that thinking about this box, when I couldn't understand how I couldn't solve it, I worked out that if this was either 1 or 2, these 3 were odd, because it's either 1 being odd and one of those is odd, and there are still 3 odds to go, or 2 being even and 2 of those being odd. Anyway, that can't be 1, so that's 4 now, which is even. And these are all odd to make up the 4 count. And therefore, 8 is going to be in one of these 2 cells. It's the other non-odd digit. This one, oh no, I was going to relate it to that cell. It doesn't. It only sticks inside its box. So these clues are done. That clue's done. This one and this one, they're all done. All the circle clues I've found are all resolved. So let's just look at this column. 3, 9, 6, 4, 1 in one of those. Oh, this is where 2 goes. Because we need 2 to be in one of these 3 cells. Only one of them's allowed to be even. That's going to clear some fog. It's going to find a black dot, which can't have 1, 2, or 4 on it, and must be a 3, 6 pair. That makes this 8, and this 7, and this one 5. And in this column we have a 1 and an 8. In fact, we've placed 8 in box 2, and then we get 1 to complete the column. We can colour 8. These are 5, 7, 9, all orange. Now we've got a new circle. I don't think I can disambiguate anything here. So we've got a black dot and a circle. Now, this black dot sees the digits, or this cell sees 1, 2, 6, and 8. The only other 2 black dot digits are 3 and 4. It can't be a 3 because that would be a 6 and that would break. So it's a 4, and this can't be an 8 because of that, so it's a 2. And lots of clearance happening, lots of white dots appearing. Remember, white dots in the corners of boxes can only be 1, 2, or 3, and we've had 1 in this row, and that one sees a 2. So I'm going to write in 3 and 2. I'm going to colour the 3 cells around that 3 as orange and itself. This is blue. Oh, yes, and okay, that's a relief. It is counting. I suddenly thought it was counting blue cells, but it's counting orange cells in that region, so that's fine. Okay, so here we are now. These clues are basically fulfilled as long as I obey the parities that I have uncovered. That 4 is looking up here. This sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, well that's slightly interesting. This is 5, 7, 8, or 9 by Sudoku. But that makes this digit 4 or higher. It can't actually be 4 because that's been used in the box. But to be consecutive with that one, this is at least a 5. And you'll note that all the odd digits that are at least a 5 have gone in this column. So that must be even, and therefore this must be odd on the white dot. It's not 8. I mean, maybe that wasn't a thrilling deduction, but definitely worked. 3 is in one of these cells by Sudoku. I think there are Sudoku decisions to make. Oh, look, that's a 4. That's where 4 goes in column 6. Right, on the black dot now, that must be 8. They are even. This is odd. That's the last even digit in the box. I'm filling in 6. That sees 1, 3, 5, and 9. So that's a 7. A little bit of colouring to keep going with. 1, 5, 9. Oh, the only place for 1 is there. And then these are a 5, 9 pair. That 6 sees this cell, that's 8. This, ooh, more circles, one of which is from 1, 2, 3. So that one's 1 or 3. This one is as well. That's 1, 2, or 3. On a white, in fact, we've got 1, 2, 3 as a triple here. The white dot means we need an even digit in those two, so one of those is 2. 6 in box 5 is in one of those two cells. Now, any circles? No, only these new circles waiting to be fulfilled in terms of their surroundings. These digits are from 5, 6, 9. This one is 5, 7, or 9. I can colour both of those because there's only odd options. This pair is a 1, 3 pair. They're also odd. Now I've got 1, 3 in this row. So 8 includes a digit in one of those two. Now, if that was 3, these would all be odd. What could this be? I don't think it would work. If that was 3 and these were all odd, this would be an odd digit. There can't be 1 or 3. But if you were to even put 5 in there, all of these 5 would be odd and you'd have 6 odd digits in the box. So that can't be 3. I wanted to say this can't be odd. I think that is true. It can't be 1 or 3. Yes, everything else is too high. That's even. I'm going to put 2 or 4. It's counting the number of odd digits. Oh, these are all odd because they see 2, 4, 6, 8 in the row. Right, this can't be 2 anymore because there's already 3 odd digits surrounding it. So that's a 4. That's one of each. That's one of each. That's become a 3. That's just Sudoku now. And that's a 1. This is not a 1 anymore. It's 2 or 3. Okay, if that was 3, these would all be odd as well. Oh, if that was a 3, this couldn't be odd because it would have to be even on the white dot. So 3 contradicts itself in this cell. So that's the 2, which is in itself in essay. That is even. That's odd. In fact, both of those are odd, but one of those two is odd according to this 2 count. Don't know what to do with that. This isn't a 2 anymore. I'm going to have to use this white dot sequence maybe. 8 is on one of those two. I've established that. Yeah, that feels interesting. So this is either 7, 8 or 8, 9. This digit touches one of those. So it's 6, 7 or 9. I'm ruling out 8 because of that. The only place no, there isn't a digit that I can write in there as I thought for a moment. No, I don't know. I was going to say, and now I know it's odd. Do I know that? I do actually, right. Well, no, I know it's not odd, funnily enough. Right, I do know it's parity though. We've got 4 odds already in this box. We're only allowed 1 odd in that sequence, and because they alternate, that must be in the middle of it, so it's there. Everything else in the box is even. This must be a 6 out of the options. And then this is 7, and this is 8. And that must go a long way towards. We can place 6 in the row, there. And then this cell is, oh sorry, that's not what I was trying to do. It's not 6 at all. In fact, there's only one place for 7 in the box, apparently. It's there. I've got a 5, 9 pair and a 5, 9 pair. Is this known? Yes, it is. It's a 2. These are 3, 5, 9 in some order. That can't be 2. It looks like this has to be 2 in box 3, where there are 4 2s looking at it, and that clears a bit more fog. This digit is 5, 6, or 7 based on what it can see. These 2 are from 3, 5, 9. I could colour them. I'm not sure the colouring is going to matter much. Well, it depends. If we reveal another circle, maybe it will. That digit is 1 or 5 because it sees all the other 7 Sudoku digits. Right, what's on the white dot here? This cannot be 5 or 6 in this row or 4 in the column. So that is 7 or 8. This can't be 5 anymore. One, 4, 2. I don't know. Is that resolved? I don't see how it is. That pair's not resolved. There's a 4 in one of those two. That's a 5-9 pair. This is a 7. I hadn't noticed that. Doesn't do anything apart from its own cell. Okay, these digits are from 4, 5, 6, 9. That one can't be 4 and that one can't be 6. That's not all that helpful. Is there a double or a triple in a column? Oh, let's remember that 7 has to be on that white dot. So in this column, 1, 4, 2, 7 have gone. This is 5, 8, or 9. There don't seem to be many places for 8 in this column, 2 of them. If this was 7, that would be 5, this would be 1, we'd have to have a 6 here. 6 in this box is in one of those 2 cells. I don't know. I'm not seeing any easy progress at this point. 7, 6. That is 5, 8, or 9 as well. It also can't be 7. Have we only got one place for 7 here somehow? 1, 2, 3. Oh, because one of those is a 7, we do. That's a 7. It's going to clear fog. It revealed a circle here. Oh, that's interesting. So I hadn't revealed this circle. Now, that's odd. This can't be a 1 because we're already counting 2 odds around it. So that's a 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion. Right, this can't be a 3 anymore. So we've placed 3 in box 3 there. That's a 5, 9 pair. Everything else in the column is 1, 4, or 6. This one must be a 4. This one I don't know. 1 or 6. No, I do, because this is 6, so this is 1. Then I get a 5 here. Then I'm going to have to remember when I'm tidying up the puzzle to do my last bits of colouring. I'll do them in a moment. 1, 7, 8, 3, 2, 6. That's not 6. That's a 5, 9 pair. That's 4. This is 8 or 9. There's only one place for 3 in the column, and it's here. I keep thinking that every move I make is going to complete the puzzle very quickly. Oh, it probably does. 5 there sees 7 there. That's going to be a big deal. 6, 7. That's a 9, that's an 8. Okay, now I'm going to do my colouring. Those ones are all definitely even. These ones are all odd. Now I can count this column and it'll tell me what row 8, column 8 is. That is odd and is a 9, therefore. That's a 5, and I'm going to colour it odd. You know what I mean. I don't know what I'm pressing now. Odd there. This must be even on a count. It's an 8. That's all the even digits done in the puzzle. Probably could have done that one ages ago. This is a 5 in the box. That's going to sort out all the 9 5s that were lurking around, waiting their turn patiently. That's a 9, and that's a 5. And I do not think that puzzle should have taken me nearly half an hour. Well done, Pez. It's a good puzzle. I mean, it's not very difficult unless you're being a bit of a chump, as I was, certainly for 5 minutes at the start, not noticing I hadn't completed the colouring for those digits. I mean, my nemesis was box 4. I really wasn't understanding those cells, and they weren't that hard. I'm sorry, Fezzi. I've gone a bit slowly there, but there we go. Someone was advising me to go slower lately. Anyway, thank you for watching on the channel as always. Absolute pleasure to be with you, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.